Yay! Leaning over to grab a, I have a, sparkling twist of orange drink. And it was out of reach. Hi, everybody! Heard that? That's the sound of fizz. Which, if you replace the letter F in the word fizz, you get Xenoblade Chronicles. Welcome back to the Xenoblade Chronicles. I haven't played since the last chatless stream, and this is the highly requested section of the game. And, this is Monado. Whoa. Why does it sound so low? Well, I'm gonna be Shulk, because I feel like this would be the time for Shulk. I don't know. Volume does sound really low. I wonder if it's just me. Put that shit up. Maybe there's another volume slider here somewhere. That might change. The volume might get real ridiculous soon. I don't know. We'll see. Every stream is a troubleshoot stream. If you weren't around in this day, which is the 14th, earlier I did a VR thing with Ross that was real weird. Some of you probably have seen it. I had to, like, relax after that because it was all fucked up. It's like 3 hours of VR. I was like, nah, I'm good, dog.
Mechon! And something we've never seen before.
Big fish coming!
Blicky, slicky, sicky! Oh, that really is a big fish. Alright, I'll sit this one out, says Ryan. I assume. I mean, where is he now? Where, like, was he hiding behind a rock? No, I was totally watching, mate. You were doing great. I was cheering you on from the sidelines. See, I think the volume might be a little bit much. Let me double check my settings here. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're good.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to Hero Pond.
Hero Pond. Great success. Leave it to me. Leave it to you.
Okay, let's finish this. Good job, everyone.
Sorry, all the voices are just so great. I can't help but, like, mimic them a little bit.
Thank you, Zanza.
Can anyone explain what this thing is?
A flying whale?
I believe it is one of the oldest creatures on Bionis. I have only seen them as fossils, discovered around the capital. To find that they were trapped on Prison Island.
Was it protecting the island?
That would imply it's sentient. I believe it's responding to something primitive.
Primitive?
It doesn't care who or what we are. Its instinct was to defend against anything, but we'll never really know.
We're losing time here. We still haven't reached the island.
Ricky, go to island!
Yeah. Well, we'll go. We'll go.
Our forces can only take so much. The capital's defenses are sure to fall. Forefathers, grant me your wisdom. Iluna mel rukan taxis. Suko aruke kapihine hato. It can't be.
Sephiroth. Oh my god. Just a big naked
A
dude.
giant.
Oh.
So this is what was sealed away.
How long has it been, Emperor?
This is our first encounter.
It is not you that I speak to, but your blood. The blood that shackled me.
I see. Then I assume I do not need to tell you the reason I am here.
There is no need. I already know why you have come. Use it. That is the reason I am here, after all.
I wonder how, like, conscious that dude was for all those ages. Like, how aware of just, like, I'm assuming he wasn't sleeping.
How did they?
That light, it's... Father.
I don't know how much I can trust that one dude now. I've been wondering about that. Oh, I'm gonna have to fight, like, clouds of green gas. Which would probably need Melia for any real damage. I do feel a little limited in the party that I can choose sometimes, though. Because I would want Shulk. But Shulk would be DPS. And I want healing, and Ricky's good heals. And then I need a tank. I don't want Shulk to tank. So I don't know. I'm sure I'll get a 30-page email about this, but...
We can definitely do this! Thank you, Zanza! Electric How's this?
Also, again, I'm a little tired from not just the VR stream, but just, like, life. You know, just life being exhausting sometimes, so I might not have as much. And I just ate, too. So I might not have as much to say as usual.
Don't overdo it!
We'll see. Sometimes I'm feeling it, and sometimes I'm not. This is the last podcast. Yeah, this nebula is gonna prove to be painful. Ricky, can you do damage to the nebula a little bit?
I'm feeling it too! Gale Slash! Electric Dust! Yeah! We can definitely do this! Stay focused!
Damn it. Wrong move.
This is the Monado's power! Electric Dust time has come! Here we go!
Yeah. Well, I'm doing more damage to it than I thought I would, at least.
We're counting on you! Ricky, don't mess up!
Hit upon beat enemy good.
Good, I guess.
Perfect! Backslash! At last, we move at the same pace. It's over. I can see this isn't pushing you at all.
Victory to Ricky!
Brandle armor. That's pretty good. Yeah, I do wish I had more motivation to play this more frequently. But I've been playing, like, lately a lot of Risk of Rain 2, which just hit 1.0, to give you an idea of what's happening in the historical context if you're listening to this in the future for whatever reason. I mean, like, 30 years from now. What's life like? How's the AI version of me doing?
Big door. Whatever needed this door was massive.
Massive!
Dino Beast!
It's just a statue. Don't freak us out like that, Ricky.
Is this a person? I can't make it out.
This may very well be the appearance of my forefathers. The legends tell that they differed greatly to how we look now.
And this is what they looked like.
Wait a minute. I've seen this thing somewhere before.
Oh, Dino Beast! Dino Beast!
You might be right. It reminds me of the Telethia as well.
Did your ancestors build this island?
No. The stories tell of this place existing long before my people. No one knows for sure, but we think our forefathers are the ones who sealed it.
I agree with
wonder
Ricky,
what's
it's the
hidden
Dino
inside.
Beast.
Well, we'll know soon enough, I suppose.
There. An engraving by the forefathers. I've seen this engraving around the capital. Many researchers have tried and failed to discover its meaning.
Hey, Shulk. That symbol.
Yeah. It's similar to the Monado symbols. There must be a connection.
Connection?
The sealed door of Prison Island. It is said only a true successor to the throne can open it.
Then the Emperor must be inside.
I believe so. Forefathers, I, your descendant, Melia Antiqua, stand before you. For the sake of our world, release the seal! Just like at the tomb.
What's it doing?
Aren't we going to help?
Please, do not worry. It is necessary.
Heir to the Monado. Let the shackles be released!
What is it, Shulk? Get a move on. You saw it, right? Us bashing that Tin Man's head in?
Hold on a second.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, thank God he's gonna tell them.
Start overthinking.
There's not much time, Shulk.
The
We've
trope
got
of
to go
like,
now.
I don't
Charlotte's
want to
right.
say anything.
We'll miss our chance to take that murdering Mechon down. And save Melia's father too.
Okay.
All right. Well, I mean, it's complicated. I understand that there's some complication here. Of like, well, maybe he could change it, maybe he won't. Struggling. Well, nice texture on the ground here. In fact, just some nice visuals overall. I mean, it looks mostly like a Switch game. Not just some, like, Wii remaster that was, like, half-assed, you know? Like, the effort was definitely put into this. Nope!
Welcome back to Hiropon Ricky's new television show, no pun intended, where we discover and discuss the newest talent in the No Pun Kingdom. The newest talent.
I've lost the Ricky voice. Gone. Let's see what this is first. Oh, well. I've seen what it is first. Alright everybody, it's 2022, welcome back to Xenoblade. This is part 95. And today we're gonna be finishing up the side quest in Hiropon Ricky's hometown of Ratchet, Missouri. I don't even know if there is a Ratchet, Missouri. We're gonna find out right now. Ratchet, Missouri.
Here is a map of Ratchet Lane, Liberty Township, Missouri, 65583.
Well, there's a Ratchet Lane, but there's no specific town called Ratchet. Okay, good. I just needed to know that. It sounds like some kind of like bumpkin town. Maybe Missouri was the wrong choice. If you or anyone you know is from a town called Ratchet, please let me... nah, don't let me know. I'm good. Avoiding battles, which is probably not a great idea, considering I should be spending some time leveling, but I don't want to fight in piss clouds.
We must be outside the tower.
Are we here?
This is it.
Guys, in my vision, I'm wearing different pants.
This is the place I saw.
Melia.
Father! Father? Who is this?
An old friend.
Welcome. true heir to the Monado.
Huh? Who are you? Check that guy out.
Is this...
He's one of the giants, said to have become extinct eons ago. This is what our forefathers locked away.
I am Zanza.
Stop.
And I have waited centuries for you.
Maybe he's not
You
giant, but regular.
waited for him.
We're all
But
small.
I thought our forefathers imprisoned you here.
I forged the Monado. It is molded from me. All who wield the sword are made known to me.
Oh.
You made the Monado?
Yes.
What is it?
I made it millennia ago to oppose Mechonis.
But why are you imprisoned?
The Monado controls the principle upon which life is based. The source of your existence. Ether. Master the principle of life, and all things will bow to you. Your power would be infinite. As you now know, the sword gives the wielder the power of foresight. And I myself once used that sword against the Mechonis and defeated it.
You're telling us you beat the Mechonis with that tiny thing?
Its appearance is merely an illusion. Its form morphs to conform to the will of its master. The power comes from within. But its power was feared by some. That is why the High Entia imprisoned me here long ago.
That can't be true. Our forefathers would have had better reason.
You are what you are. Do you not believe your own eyes? Open your mind, new ruler of the High Entia. The Monado is the blade of the Bionis, the only force that can oppose the Mechonis. As the wielder grows, so too does his ability to control all things. Yet there is still power trapped in the sword. The Monado is in shackles.
Shackles?
It is suppressed.
You mean...
It's like the Master Sword. Whoa.
Yes, it was this constraint that gave rise to Faced Mechon. Mechon which cannot be destroyed by the Monado.
We know about them faces. I know. At least I think I know. I didn't realize it gave rise to them. That's kind of crazy.
This is beginning to wear thin.
They needed humans.
Where is it? Where's this power coming from? That? So he's come out to play. That's cheating. Can't have that. This is gonna be good. Try and stop my new toy. Catch this, Zanza.
These shackles, they must be the reason the Monado can't hurt people as well. Does that have something to do with the Faced Mechon?
You must find that out by yourself.
No, tell me.
I will remove those shackles for you. But you must take the Monado and free me from this prison. Free me, and the Monado will cut down anything you wish. Nothing but a god can stand in your way.
Hopefully, like
Don't
Spider-Man.
do it, Shulk.
Shulk can Spider-Man the fuck out of this thing and
Something's not
responsible.
right. The forefathers must have had good reason to seal him.
Oh, yeah, that makes
I need
sense.
that power. I thought you of all people would understand.
I do, but It's just...
Hold on a minute. He only said he'd release this new power. Sounds like a good idea to me.
But...
Melia, please understand. I must do what I set out to. The Mechon must pay.
This music kind of has some shades of Chrono Cross to it. That's a compliment, by the way. Oh, I remember that.
Young Shulk, I will not force you. I ask for nothing in return. It is your choice.
I will.
This seems like a good time to go take a piss. I'll be right back, chat. Chatless.
Heir to the Monado.
Clearly the most important scene yet.
Be done. Let the shackles be released.
This party's over!
No! Zanza! It's him! Metal Face!
Sorry we're late to the party. What do you think of our leader's gift?
How did you know we'd be here?
What's that? The poor insects are a little confused. We're here for the old fool. If he's dead, he can't power up the Monado. You being here's just an added bonus. Huh?
That fucking timing.
A silver-faced Mechon!
There she is.
Zanza? Respond, Zanza. I know you can hear me.
I sense thought waves.
Zanza, how many more will you sacrifice?
Who are you to talk to me? How dare you? You know nothing.
I am here to talk, Zanza.
Mechon! You will pay for what you've done!
Please wait. I mean you no harm.
Give us back Fiora!
Right.
Give her back!
Shulk, let her talk.
I told you to stay out of the way.
Shulk!
Weak and pathetic. Stupid bug!
Melia!
Look at you, worthless without the Monado. Isn't that right, dumb man?
What or who are you? How do you know me?
My old partner!
Let's see if this jogs your memory!
He moves like... But that's impossible! Don't bang!
Yep, and now we find out.
Immediately. They are not our target.
Any final words? Die! Who dares?
Stop at once! Mechon! Emperor!
Open the bars.
Father!
Are you hurt, Melia?
No. Father.
You're gonna pay for that. You bag of bones!
Melia!
Some things can't be changed, I guess.
Looks like he's had his wings clipped. Did you really expect to beat me?
Emperor. I failed you.
Heir to the Monado.
Zanza, you're alive. Give me the power I need.
I am now a mere shell. The power is already yours.
What?
The shackles have been broken. Wield the sword. It bends to your will. Think of your enemy, and the power to defeat them is yours.
Zanza. Mekon. It's not over.
Get choked.
The people of Bionis will never let you triumph.
Oh, there's the music.
It's changing form!
Be careful. We cannot withstand such power.
Shulk!
Monado shackles have been released. It can now inflict damage on mechons with faces too. Monado arts can now be leveled up to level 10. Piss off, metal face. Yeah, piss off. Piss off. Do you think Ricky understands what's at stake here?
Ricky love chain attack.
Counting on you! Leave it, Ricky! Don't mess up!
Here upon beat enemy good. Wow!
We are one with the battlefield! This isn't going well! Shadow Eye!
Can love bloom on the battlefield?
We can definitely do this! Monado, lend us your power!
Ooh, that was mean. I'm beginning to think Metal Face is the villain.
Going well. Steel yourself. The fight has only just begun.
It's only just occurred to me, as he almost just said.
I'm all right, thank you. I'm feeling it.
Same sound effect over and over and over again. Ugh.
You will know the pain and suffering you caused the Emperor and Fiora!
Alright, well don't get too crazy, Shulk.
What? Look at him!
The Monado was changed!
Good. Now you feel it. Swing the blade to your heart's content.
Something doesn't feel right here.
Is this what you truly desire, Zanza?
I see now. It is as I suspected. You exist outside the pre-established harmony.
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
that...
Yes, it is, Shulk.
Hans?
No, not just any Homs.
No way. Fiora. Fiora. You're still alive.
Zanza, you have not changed at all. That is clear. But still, I cannot...
Do as you please.
Fiora! Wait!
My mission is complete. Returning to base.
Well...
You were lucky this time, dumb man. But next time, I'll slice you in two.
Fiora! It's me! Shulk! Fiora!
Well, that leads to a lot of questions. I understand why people wanted me to stream this part now. Even though I kind of called the twist a little bit with Fiora.
We were too late. Again. I saw it.
A couple weeks ago.
I knew it would happen.
Shulk.
Why? Why did this have to happen?
Father.
Melia, the hope of our people. You must not cry.
Don't say that. I don't care how improper it is. Let me cry.
Melia.
Why does it have to be me? If all it takes is to be half Homs.
Is that what you think? You are very much mistaken.
But...
To become the hope of the High Entia is a fate that you choose for yourself. As long as you remember this, it is certain that you will be worthy of that name. But remember this also. It is not because you are the hope of the High Entia that I love you. It is because I love you. And I wish for you to become that hope. Heir to the Monado, I leave the sword in your hands. The sword that my forefathers sealed away. With it, you can succeed.
Your Majesty.
Melia, cry for as long as you must. But when your tears are dry...
Father! No!
Melia, come with me.
Shulk,
You'll have plenty of time to think about your empire and your people's hopes. If you need me, I will be at your side. But you are an individual. You are Melia Antiqua. And you can't let them get away with this.
You're right. My foremost concern is making them pay.
Man, there's a lot of revenge in this game. But yeah, Prison Island was kind of a turning point. Oh god, more?
Well played indeed. Zanza.
Yeah, I wonder what he was up to.
I do what is necessary for the world.
I could very easily have stood in for you.
Your sentiment is appreciated. I see a storm on the horizon.
Are we the baddies? Yeah, there's a lot of pretty intense shit going on. A lot of different directions the story could go in.
And finally, Crown Princess Melia's accession will take place 1 year from today. Until such time, as decreed by the Crown Princess, I shall assume imperial duties as regent. If there is anyone who objects to said decision, state your grievances now.
All the ministries are unanimous. We have no objection to Her Majesty's decree.
To each and every one of you, our thanks.
If I may, Your Highness, I would like to propose a round-table discussion on strategy concerning the Mekon.
Ah, what to do about the Mekon? Our defenses must be shored up immediately.
Not only our defenses, Your Highness.
Do you suggest an offensive approach, while the capital still licks its wounds?
The Ministry of Research has the ideal solution.
Robots are good?
Friends act strange. A friend sad? Ah, Ricky's sad too, because of empty belly.
Ricky, we already ate. Us Homs don't get upset just because we're hungry.
Not hungry? Oh, Hom must have small bellies. Oh, Ricky jealous?
We've got to get our minds off this somehow.
Funnier character than we've ever had.
Dunban's locked himself away ever since we came back. Is it because of the girl who was operating that Mekon?
Melia, how are you?
What do you mean? If you were talking about father, I'm fine. I have no choice but to look to the future.
You're stronger than me, Melia.
Do not mock me. More importantly, it is time you tell me who she is.
We've known her all our lives. We thought she was killed in Colony 9.
Remember when I, like, changed the audio effect so that it would be, like, really inappropriate at the moment that I thought she died?
She didn't even recognize us.
Everyone was cool with
She's
that.
not the Fiora I remember.
It looked a lot like Fiora. But if it was her, then I can't imagine how Dunban feels.
What did he mean?
Fiora is Dunban's sister.
I didn't know. Is this Fiora important to Shulk?
Important? She's more than important. She's the reason we're out here.
Things got a little bit more complicated.
If that really was Fiora, why didn't she reply to me? Fiora. I'd better talk to Dunban. He'll know something.
me doing the wacky music, or not even the wacky music, the wacky sound effects on my voice at that exact moment, if anything, proves just how unexpected that shit was. I had no idea there was a big moment coming up like that. Where a character that you spend a couple hours with has their own weapons, stats, armor, is immediately then, like, slaughtered. That was pretty unexpected, even for JRPG territory where, you know, I've played enough of them, I guess. You start to kind of predict a couple little things here and there, but that was... yeah, that was pretty fucking unexpected. Me getting the idea that the faced Mechon might in fact be friends or people that they knew, that wasn't a guarantee, it was just something I kind of had like a little theory about. But it's good. It's a good plotline. Could have been Nopon inside those Mechon.
I've been looking for you. So this is where you were.
Shulk. Apologies. Was everyone worried?
Of course. Me especially.
Hmm?
It's just... I've been thinking about Fiora. And I can't help wondering...
Wondering what?
You saw how Fiora acted. It was like she didn't even recognize us.
Yes. It's unsettling. But Shulk, don't get me wrong. I'm not sad. Even if she doesn't recognize me, I'm glad to know she's alive.
Dunban...
You see, Fiora was born many years after me. And, not long afterwards, we lost our father to a Mechon. It was left to me to protect and raise her, almost like a father.
I was always jealous that she had you as her brother.
Ah, yes. You and Fiora used to be inseparable.
Yeah.
I need to tell you something. I always thought, if Fiora were to be with anyone, it should be you.
Another gut punch for Shulk.
What? But Ryan hangs out with her just as much as me.
Yeah, he does. But Fiora doesn't like him in that way.
Oh. I see.
He's a nice guy. Reminds me of myself when I was his age. All reckless and hot-headed. Probably why he's not right for her. Listen, Shulk.
Yes?
A lost life can never be returned. But she's alive. It doesn't matter that she's lost her memory.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
Fiora and I have spent our entire lives together. The memory of that can't have disappeared completely. It's up to us. We have to help her remember. Help me, Shulk. Help me get her back.
You know I will.
Okay. Let's go tell the others.
Smells can help jog memory.
Hey, you're back.
I don't know why I said that.
Have you gathered your thoughts?
Yes. Sorry to be a nuisance.
Shulk, you too?
Yep. All thanks to Dunban.
I'm glad.
Forgive me, His Highness Callian summons you.
You think something's happened?
We won't know until we get there.
This is Metal Gear Solid levels of cutscenes right now. Not that I'm upset. I mean, this is what the point of all this is. Obviously, this is like a pretty big turning point in the story. Shit gets more complicated from here. No longer a simple revenge plot. And the forces of good and evil aren't quite as black and white as they once seemed. Find out next time on Sonic the Hedgehog. Chat, is this... Non-chat, is this Sonic the Hedgehog? Think about it. Robots. Animals in the robots. People are animals. Fast stuff. Okay, no, that fell apart quickly.
Da-da-da-da-da!
That's the Sonic jingle. I'm loving it. Oh god, that was McDonald's. I just realized Sonic and McDonald's have a lot in common. McDonald's.
I apologize for calling you at short notice.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's fine. Is anything wrong?
I must apologize to you all. Forgive our hubris. We High Entia were arrogant enough to idly sit behind our defenses, safe in the knowledge that Mechonis lies a great distance from our land. And we were wrong. Our decision to ignore the Mechon assault on your homeland was wrong.
Your Highness, does this mean...
Yes, Shulk. We will face the dangers ahead together.
Brother.
Which leads me to my request. After setting eyes on a group consisting of Homs, Nopon, and High Entia alike, I realized an allied army must be formed.
God, it's fucking Lord of the Rings.
I ask that you act as ambassadors for the assembly of this force. Tell me your thoughts, Shulk.
I need time before I make a decision.
Does Shulk not wish to aid us in our mission?
I do not believe that to be true.
Then why?
Shulk has other people to consider.
This is where Django and Obi-Wan fought.
That wasn't like you, Shulk.
I'm sorry.
You know you can talk to me.
It's Fiora. That's why you're hesitating.
Yeah.
Knew it.
You know what they
You
say
wouldn't think twice otherwise.
about he who hesitates.
I just don't know.
Find her, Shulk.
I'm the funny clown man. I make the
Melia,
funny jokes. I know. Throw them in
I
there.
used to believe my father did not love me. Until the day he died.
Undercut emotional moments with dumb jokes.
If you do not grasp the importance of loved ones until after they are gone, that is simply too late.
It's true.
You're right, Melia. I've made up my mind. I'm going to get Fiora back.
You don't have to do this. I'll go and look for her myself. The burden should be mine.
No. I want her back as much as you.
Leave the ambassador stuff to me, Shulk. I'll probably make a mess of it. But we're a team. You can count on me.
I'm afraid that is my duty, Rhyne. I am of both High Entia and Hom's blood. I am the Crown Princess, and of mixed heritage. Thus, I am best suited to carry out this task.
That means we won't...
Yes. I will remain here. We must say goodbye. Is that what you really want? Yes. But promise me, when you find her, you'll come back. I'll be here waiting for you.
I don't know what to say. Thank you. It's probably a good idea if I go and tell Callion myself.
I am sure he already understands. Besides, it's likely that the ministers are harassing him at this present moment. We should spare him any further inconvenience.
Then... this is goodbye.
Yes. Come back as soon as you can. We are in great need of your help.
Got it.
That gun really looks heavy.
Why are you still here? Listen, I'll keep an eye on Shulk for you. Whatever can you mean? It's a risky strategy, letting Shulk go off and just hoping he'll come back to you. Shulk and I are merely... Yeah. But remember, the longer he's away, the more chance his feelings for you will fade. But once we find this Fiora, I will personally whisk him back here in a heartbeat. Don't give up. I appreciate it. Great. Don't worry, Melia. I'm on your side.
This Fiora sucks. I'd rather Shulk get with you.
Brother?
Just on your way out, I see.
It's not what...
I'm sorry, Your Highness. About your offer, we must humbly decline.
I see. Very well. Let us hope my sister does not shed too many tears.
I stay because I must, brother.
There's 2 Melias.
Rhyme wrong. This Melly smell different.
Smelly Melly?
Yes. We need Melia to learn more of the lands of Bionis. But she is still bound to handle public matters. Hence, another Melia.
Callian.
Oh god, it really is episode 1, Phantom Menace. Fuck.
Your Highness, Crown Princess. As your humble subject, I formally request the following.
Speak.
I request that you accompany Shulk in his quest to find the Mechon that attacked Alcamoth.
Are you sure?
Shulk, I am aware of everything. Go forth and follow your heart. There will come a day when we need you, but it is not today.
Your Highness, that means a lot to me.
That is one cool prince.
If only someone had his sensitivity.
Sensitivity? Well, I'm sensitive.
The jury's out on that one.
Gun Tifa with
That's
the
a
burns.
We have recently received a report that the silver-faced Mechon fled to Galahad Fortress, the Mechon stronghold at Sword Valley. It will be a treacherous path. My sister is in your hands.
Thank you, Callian. I will keep her safe.
Regent, I accept your request. I will return victorious with Shulk.
I am most pleased.
Leaving without me?
Yes?
Do you want to come?
To reach Galahad Fortress, you will need to travel through Valak Mountain on the right arm of the Bionis. The snow-covered mountains are fraught with danger. Those unfamiliar to them risk never coming back.
Of course you would be familiar with that region.
Then there's no point in wasting time.
Leave the Allied force to me. I am not known for my diplomacy, but call it pride. I shall succeed.
We'll join you as soon as we can.
I look forward to the day. Heroes of Bionis, make us proud.
And thus the Fellowship sets
see?
out. And the
Now I'm
Monado
getting
is
some
the
respect.
ring.
We're back to this again, are we?
See you soon, Callian.
Yeah, I don't know about young Sephiroth. Oh, he's just a guest. Alright, good. I don't have to worry about him. In my party. Dude's a party poop. I'm not really into his, he doesn't... His drinks aren't very good. He waters them down. Dude's fucking... You know, putting, like, full ice to the top. You know he's opening up that whiskey. And he's doing 75% whiskey. Cutting it with 25% water, you know it. Not a good drink. Not a good time. So there's a video of, Robbie Krieger from The Doors. Where's this going, you ask? Robbie Krieger's the guitarist for The Doors. Was. Still, I guess, is. Well, there's really not a doors anymore. It's just him and John Densmore left. But he was teaching people how to play guitar.
We will need to traverse Sword Valley if we wish to reach Galahad Fortress.
If Colony 6 were in better shape, we could have taken a pod from there. How are we getting there?
We will take the path down from the Bionis right arm. Sword Valley is where the arm meets the Mechonis sword.
Aha. So that's our route.
As I said earlier, it is a snow-covered mountain range, and you should expect a tough climb. Are we all ready?
Ready as we'll ever be.
Quite. First, we will head through Machna Forest. This short-range pod will be our transport. All aboard, people.
So he was teaching, you know, through a video how to play Love Me Two Times, which is does the bit at the end, the which like is a little kind of like he did some hammer-ons and stuff, and when he does that, his tongue comes out like a lizard. And I was watching it, I'm like, that looks really weird. What the fuck is he doing? And then he even said later while he was playing, he was like, those are the lizard notes. I'm like, what the fuck? He read my mind.
Yes?
I've received orders from Prince Callian. There we go. You will take us there. I am ready to depart. That was it. That's the whole story. There's really nothing to it. But here's what I will pose. I can't picture Jim Morrison, here's some dad rock stuff, as an old man. The closest would be Iggy Pop. Iggy Pop is barely an old man. I mean, he is, but like he's just with his shirt off all the time. Long blonde hair. There are some rock stars, well, some people, you just have a hard time picturing getting old. And Jim Morrison is definitely one of those people. The dude definitely had a reckless aura. I don't want to go that way, even for that little shiny. But, you know, the guitarist just straight up was like talking about lizard notes. And, I almost wanted to show it. He's a very old man now. I almost wanted to show it to the stream and be like, hey, check this out. But then I was like, actually, this is like semi-disturbing content. I think I'm good. I don't think I want to show the chat. Think of all the weird shit I've shown stream over the years. And me not wanting to show an old dude play guitar is one of the ones I finally have restraint on. And I'm like, nah.
Pickle Ricky! Pickle Ricky is here to show you the good times! You will laugh at Pickle Ricky! Pickle Ricky is the most funny character we've ever had on this show!
Pickle Rick is... Yes, we're going here to Pickle Rick. Is a really weird thing. Because the episode itself was a little bit more substance than just a dude turns into a pickle. And yet, it is remembered as being like a jump the shark kind of thing almost for the show. It got so... I mean, in my opinion, it's because it got so goddamn popular. It was less about the pickle and more about the popularity of the pickle. It was what the pickle represented. this happens. I know I'm that for some people. I know that if you know, view me from a highlight video, you will understand very little of what's happening. You won't get the references. You'll hear a lot of duck laughs and loud noises. I mean, I could blame the editors for that, but truthfully, I think they do a great job. A lot of the editors, they just take the material that people like and they like and put it into a video. I sometimes, if it were up to me, I'd probably cut some of the louder stuff. But I do know people have viewed me as, like, so random spin man. What can you do? Then if you zoom out a little further, you get, you know, if you watch my full streams, you get a little bit more of who I am. You realize I'm not all spin, and I like to have conversations and discuss things. You zoom out further, you get
Zanza
Redbox.
is not dead.
Then you zoom out further and you get me.
I feel it. Our tragedy unfolds once again.
Lady Maynard. Does that mean...
Indeed. I do not doubt that Egil too is aware. However, why free the Monado? Zanza must realize it is now a double-edged sword.
Ah.
And what reason could he have for choosing the boy? What is this? I am experiencing feelings for the boy.
They're buried deep down in there.
Vinny, your swift repairs are appreciated.
Thank you.
I wish to see that boy again. To meet with the one who wields the Monado.
The boy? But my lady, is that not...
Is Egil aware of my reawakening?
He is not. As my lady wished, he knows nothing.
Then, there is no need to worry. I shall meet the boy.
Oh boy, this is turning into a tragedy.
The Monado will draw him to me.
Flying off without me, huh? I know you from somewhere. Of course, I remember you. You're Junburn's little sister.
Man, Taserface is such a jerk.
I could go for a hot cup of Dixon's home brew right about now.
Oh, thank God he finished
We're not
that
built
word.
for this cold.
It is to be expected. This climate is as different to your home as it gets. It only snows this high up on the Bionis.
Ricky hate cold.
This can't be nice for Ricky. He's from Matna.
A little further down is Sword Valley, right?
Yes, but before then I must show you something.
Me?
You, Shulk. Do you not see? That tall formation that looks like a tower? Ruins, to be precise.
Ricky see it? Bigger than Big Tree in Village.
Hope it's not a fetch
We
quest.
can rest there. I'll explain everything then.
Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job at making me feel something. For a character I've only spent a couple hours with. I feel really bad about Fiora. She ain't deserved that, you know? But now she's gonna go hang out and try to find Shulk. Makes me wonder. Like Led Zeppelin does, you know? really makes me wonder. You're gonna get Dad Rock discussion. You're not gonna escape it. You can't change me. You know, you have to be the change that you want to see in the world. Whatever that means. Tough choices. Some wastes of money. Actually, what else do you have? Do you have armor? Probably should have focused more on that. Some heavy. For done been. But as I was saying before, it's kind of like the iceberg meme. You know, you can watch a highlight of a person and get that, and then you can actually spend time watching another, like a longer form thing. Like for me, if you watch my streams, then you can kind of see, like, oh, all right, no, he's not just spin. Like there's a little bit more. You might even say to yourself, I'm shocked there's more substance here. If you can even find it. But if you try hard enough, you will find it. And then the music is a little bit more, and then if you go further out, it's like, oh, well, then there's the real person. You would actually be shocked, some of you, if you're listening to this. You'd be like, wait a minute. Bootis real? Bootis. You can see them right here. Some of you may also say to yourselves, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Just play the game. I would say very good. Very good. It's good. Research team. Okay, let's kill some monster. God. Oh, I can put the things on the Monado again now. Okay. So double attack. I wonder if there's anything I should be going for. Attack stability. Minimum damage increase. Critical up. Do that. I don't know if that's any good. Shulk is pretty decked out right now. Do a strength up. Actually, I could probably do gem crafting now. I only have one agility up. Let's see. I don't really have that much of the good stuff that I can tell. I'm sure there's good stuff that I'm unaware of. Who's got these? Oh, okay. Then you can keep those. Lightning attack and agility down. Paralysis could be fun. Could do haste. Might even be better on Shulk, but I'm not sure. Muscle? Probably, again, not great for this character, but that's okay. Man, this area looks cool too. There's a fucking load of really nice looking areas in this game. It never isn't funny. It's always funny. Nebulas. What's chasing me?
Everyone, let's go! Don't hold back!
Ricky want to bam smack this time.
Okay, guys.
How do we
putting together?
So only need hero on Ricky.
Oh, we're fighting a goddamn nebula.
Just what I needed.
So time to find what the backside of a nebula looks like. Oh, it's just gas.
We can definitely do this. This is the Monano's power.
Ricky shoots
Do this! Slash, come back! Steel strike! Ricky!
Here, Ricky go! Again!
Okay, my turn! It's not over yet!
Okay.
Timing is everything! Remember that!
Yahoo! Crush power! Monster!
This will leave a mark! Shake your edge! We move at the same pace!
Yeah, stay down.
Invincible!
Split edge! Shadow eye!
Monster!
All together now!
It's fucking... This is why Melia would be good to have in the party right now, but, whatever. Oh, I should be leveling up skills. Boost strength, yes, good. Skill branches. Oh shit, your skill branch is maxed out and probably has been for a while. Damn. Agility. Fuck, what a waste. Pretty good. Cool. Oh, now we can get lots of good stuff. Like, nearly full buster. Why not? You, Ricky. Freezinate spits saliva that instantly freezes around an enemy. Let's try something a little different. Yeah. Is there cold idle animation?
Right! Let's do this! Make it a swift victory!
Sidekicks, try hard.
There's the ability to throw a rock or something. Nope. I guess that didn't work. Bad camera angle here. Very bad camera angle. Nice teleport, dude. Yeah, I guess I need another character with ranged. Or I could try to use lure. That works.
Monado, lend us your power! Stream Edge! Electric power!
Everybody!
There is no escape!
Man!
All together now!
Ricky together too!
Steel Flash! Alright, I'm feeling it!
Ricky, find item!
This is right here!
He's back!
We can definitely do this! Steel Flash!
Do not kill. Oof.
Sorry. I can change the future.
Good. Good. I have to kill one more of these. This music is now giving me, like, shades of Final Fantasy IX. Specifically Terra.
Stay focused. Can you stand? Thanks. I owe you. Backslash! Now's perfect for a chain attack.
Do it.
Here we go. Backslash! Come back. Leave it to me. Ricky, don't mess up.
Here, Ricky, go!
Good damage.
Just like old times. You never stood a chance.
Victory to Ricky!
Let's press on. Huh.
Yeah, this music is cool. It's like a melancholy wintry theme. Well, obviously wintry theme, but again, heavy shades of Final Fantasy IX's Terra. It's my favorite kind of music. Is a weirdly uplifting, melancholy sadness. Which you would think I would like the Smashing Pumpkins more. They have an album called Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. Right? Pretty sure that's what it's called. Some really good songs on that. And I don't like the Smashing Pumpkins as much as a lot of people I know do. I don't want to kill these things, they're nice. No, they're not that nice, never mind. When I was younger, I thought melancholy related to the word melon. I was like, man, English is confusing.
Magnificent attack! We can do better than anyone! Everyone, let's go! This one dies too. We can definitely do this! We've almost got them! Let's hope we got through that pretty good!
Pretty good.
Easy monsters! Let's press on!
It's just weird that, like, we went from the 90s kind of like disenfranchisement, apathy, just sad music was pop music, and now it's, I think, wet ass. And I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, well, one's better than the other. Maybe some people don't want to listen to fucking sad music. Maybe some people just want to, like, you know, chill, have a good time, drink their juice, and listen to some happy pop music. I don't deny anyone that. I do too sometimes. My pop music just happens to be rock-oriented. But, you know, it's just because I like the sound of a fucking guitar a lot. As a fan of the guitar, I tend to go towards rock, but it is weird that popular music, for a little while, I mean, even in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, there's all kinds of different stuff that was played and that was mainstream that was fairly depressing. I would say fairly existential. And then you think about the 80s and it's more like, pour some sugar on me. Let me give you a hint. The sugar wasn't in fact sugar. So yeah, we went from, like, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness 25 years ago, and I feel like we don't hear as much of that as popular music. It's not that it doesn't exist, it's not that people don't like it still. It's just not as common. This has better... It's a cool looking blade. But yeah, it's got better defense. That'll balance it out a little bit. I do like making sad music, but I mean, people who have heard my music know that a lot of it does lean towards some form of melancholy. But that's also because a big motivator for me to actually pick up a guitar and write music is when I'm not feeling good, and I'm feeling a little down. So perhaps if I was in a band situation more, and I was more the party type, drinking, chilling, jamming, What the fuck am I talking about? Then perhaps the music would be a little bit happier. But also, I mean, it just, you know, there's, the point of expression is to be honest, so I can't really pretend to be something I'm not, which is, you know, like, just writing. I like to write music that's pretty clear, indicator of what I am going through, what I'm feeling, who I am. And if I'm gonna write something that's overly poppy, which I would like to do at some point, I mean, I did write Blood Bagel. I'm hoping I can write happier music at some point, because that means maybe I'd be a happier person overall. That's the goal for, I think, everybody.
All together now. Good call. We can definitely do this. This is the Monado's power. Electric gun. Let's keep under pressure. Steel flash. Your days are numbered. We've almost got to.
But then again, I'd also rather write music that I myself would listen to, so I'm not going to force myself to. You know, if I had to stream a certain way that was not really true to who I was, that would also bum me out. And believe it or not, speed is just kind of me. For better or worse. Same for lots of, just weird voices and, like, general stupidity and mispronouncing words. Sometimes on purpose, sometimes not. That's just me. And, I mean, if you're here, then, you know, especially if you're digging through Fullsauce with the dozens of videos uploaded per month, and you're specifically watching Xenoblade, chances are you already know this. But for the three of you that don't, well... Or you were just searching for some, like, Xenoblade playthrough and you found this, and now you're like, oh, fuck, I'm depressed. Like, no. No, I didn't... Oh, why did I click on this guy's video? Oh. The fuck? Dude. Oh. Yeah. You think Will Smith ever gets sad? Probably not, right? Because he's, like, not people. He's, celebrity people. Alright, if I'm gonna do a sarcastic remark like that, I'm gonna try to be a little bit more subtle about it. Picked up snow trunks and I picked up... I guess it was jail gloves. These are good for Ricky. But, like, truly, Will Smith seems like... Love him or hate him, you know, for the stuff that they did with YouTube, where... Ah! And all that. Like, I'm not really a big fan of that. I think YouTube... becoming more of a corporate, like, advertisement tool is not really my favorite thing. All my channels that I like are just, like, random people that make documentaries about video games and movies. And, I don't need, like, celebrities like Will Smith or Jack Black or Brie Larson, like, talking about video games unless they really care about them. Like, if it's a... Like, Jack Black, I know he's into more gaming, like, his channel. I believe that. I know he's into a lot of music that I'm into, too, so I can appreciate that. But as long as it's honest and not, like, some, like, PR tool to seem relatable. Because, you know, you reach a certain point, and it becomes real hard to relate. Whoa, what the fuck is going on?
Well.
No panic.
This isn't going well.
What? I've gone too far. Oh, fuck. No, I haven't. Okay, no, we're good. It's in here. So I don't, like, it's not that I'm not, like, considerate of, like, a celebrity is still a human. Just with an extraordinary life and circumstances. It's just, it's harder to relate to someone that has, like, several yachts and a mansion. Like, a big-ass mansion. And is, you know... Like, even already, I've become semi-unrelatable to my friends, and I'm barely a fucking blip. There's a lot of stuff I go through that, you know, when I'm in, like, a rough spot, I need a little bit of help. If I talk to people about it, people can listen, but it's like, yeah, dude, I can't relate to that. Like, that's, you know... I just don't want to... I don't want it to seem like I'm being... It's really easy to shit on celebrities, especially Will Smith, because he's such a huge, famous person. You're like, of course he can handle it. But I'm sure even Will Smith gets sad. I'm sure even Will Smith gets sad. I mean, look at Robin Williams. Rest his fucking soul. I love that dude so much. It's like The Who, when he said, no one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue eyes. See, this is just dad rock. All of it. Then he says, no one bites back as hard on their anger. None of my pain and woe can show through. My dad had a CD, the greatest hits of The Who, and they looked so dirty, like the band. I remember I remember I was like, these people look dirty, I told him. And he wasn't happy about that. Let me see if I can find this cover. The Who. What the hell was this thing called? It was just a cover, it was just their faces on it. What the fuck was it? Best of? The Who, Golden something. It was like a compilation from the late 90s, I guess, or mid 90s. Maybe this was it. This very well could have been the cover. And we were like kind of fighting at the time anyway, so I thought like a real zinger would be, hey, they look dirty. And then, you know, fast forward like 5 years, they end up becoming one of my favorite bands. And then I ended up, I think that was the CD, I'm pretty sure it was, but then I ended up like borrowing the CD. I say borrowing because it really didn't leave my CD player for a very long time. And then eventually it did. Same thing happened with the Doors. Still my first, like, favorite classic rock band, where, you know, it's like, why would you listen to classic rock? It's so old, right? It's lame. Who the fuck would listen to that? And then I realized, like, my favorite bands and my favorite music pretty much traced directly back to stuff from 30 years before that, 40 years before that. Now 50 and 60 years, Jesus. And once I put aside the fact that it was, like, from an older generation, I know, like, there's a lot of boomer hate. And some of it makes sense. Some of it doesn't. But, you know, that's up to you to decide. But once I was able to put a lot of that aside and really just start hearing some of this music, like The Doors and Zeppelin, it probably changed me as a person. I don't know if it's for the better, but I'm happy I discovered it. It got me through tough times, and it made me want to play guitar. Like, Nirvana didn't inspire me to play guitar more than Pink Floyd did, or Zeppelin. So, you know, it's good to go back and discover. I'm sure, like, if you're watching this, I'm sure a lot of you have played games from before you were born. Or watched movies. My favorite movies are those from before 1985. So, I've discovered that, like, I can still be closed-minded. Like, I really have a hard time with foreign cinema. And if the movie goes back to, like, the 50s, unless it's like Sunset Boulevard or some of the more famous movies, I have a real hard time really, like, adjusting to the flow of the way they acted at the time. But I've discovered, like, that music, you know, even going back to jazz and, like, Miles Davis and shit. Like, a lot of that stuff is just as passionate, if not more so, than some of the stuff we have now, or some of my favorite music that I grew up with. Just in different ways. Like, Bob Dylan's lyrics, dude wasn't like a metal, you know, guitarist, or, you know, it wasn't like some brutal metal band, but for some reason, I'm not even the biggest Dylan fan, but a lot of his lyrics just cut to the fucking bone. If you give him a chance. Same for Neil Young. I get that from him too. So, I'm glad the Doors, going back to the original thing that I brought up, with Robbie Krieger acting like a lizard and going with his tongue in a weird way. That better not be on the Out of Context channel. It won't be. It won't be. John's not gonna see this. Don't anyway, John, because you know how people get. They get weird. But the Doors really were a good thing, because I was, like, rebelling against my parents because they liked that music. And I was like, it's lame. You know, and they would play Tom Jones in the car all the time. Like, fucking... Isaac Hayes. And then I ended up really enjoying Isaac Hayes. Tom Jones I still haven't warmed to. And a lot of Elvis. But then they would listen to the Doors and Pink Floyd and some, you know, like The Who. And I was like, wait a minute. Once I really just stopped rebelling a little bit and gave it a chance, it ended up becoming some of my favorite music. I think it's the best, some of the best rock I've ever heard. And then Isaac Hayes became, him and my mom loved Barry White. Barry White. Dude was, like, just always singing about fucking. Same for Isaac Hayes, truthfully. But it was great later on when I listened to Isaac Hayes. I was like, oh man, this dude went hard. Okay, that sounds weird. Okay, that sounds weird, but truthfully, Isaac Hayes is amazing. His music is phenomenal.
Ruins. I wonder who built them.
Elvis? This the place?
Holy shit! Oh, Elvis. Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought he said Elvis.
It appears to have frozen over while I have been away.
Been away?
Pay me no mind. We will need to do something about the ice before we can enter.
Throw hot water on ice.
Yeah, nice one, genius.
Precisely. There should be a geyser nearby. In the cave
An
next
old
to
man?
it, we will find a stone called magma rock.
And we can use this rock to melt the ice.
I believe so. So, shall we head to the cave?
Sounds good. Start looking for a geyser, everyone.
Just, who's the nearest old man? Alright. Well. This segment is not going to end up being, like, having a great ending. After Prison Island, there's no way that can be followed up. Also, I just noticed a parallel. Final Fantasy VII, there's a particularly emotional and resonant moment that I'm sure many of you are aware of. And it's a very heavy segment of the game. And after it is a slower, more contemplative ice segment, where you have some time with your thoughts, and there's ice, there's snow, just a little thought. But yeah, Prison Island was kind of crazy. It was a lot of events. Emperor dies, you find out that the faced Mechon are actually, you know, people that you knew, Homs that you knew, or just Homs in general, which is a freaky enough idea. It doesn't even need to be someone that you know, it just has to be, like, what happened to their individuality. And it's a little bit of, oh, well, here comes the Star Trek reference. Finally, it happens. Like the Borg. It's almost a little Borg-like in some ways, because they become Mechon. Where is their sense of self and individuality? That's kind of scary. And then you learn that Zanza, can free the power of the Monado. He made the Monado, but he also might be a little crazy, or something might be going on. You learn that Alvis is possibly untrustworthy. There's some interesting... This is the part of the game where if the story hasn't gripped you yet, nothing will. I think that's... For me, that's my statement for now. Maybe that'll change later, but... I feel like this is the turning point of, okay, you've done a couple things. You had the plot for revenge, the Monado, some fairly straightforward stuff. Still interesting, but straightforward. Now things are getting really weird. There's some political intrigue. There's like some tragedy on the horizon with what's her name? Fiora. You know it's just gonna get more heartbreaking too. Like I can already like feel like when you have a story like this, you have to twist the knife in a little bit. You have to build it, develop it, and now that you have a fucking plot line like this, you gotta stick the knife in.
There is no escape! Almost there! Magnificent attack! Everyone, let's go!
There's a famous director saying, like, or not director, I think, just in general, like, but I think it's more filmmakers I've heard this quote from, which is, there's only like 7 types of stories. And I don't really know if I believe that, but when you really distill, like the way they teach, like, screenwriting, you know, like how to do the 3-act structure, and then to do that on a micro or a macro scale, you really do have a more limited sense of how many stories there are. Sure, you can add some twists, you can change things up, but a lot of times, the more successful... It's why... God, it's why Game of Thrones ended up being so fucking disappointing, because... Whereas Lord of the Rings took that structure and did a good thing with it, Game of Thrones just ended up being a fucking, like... a mess. And there was no satisfaction. And if you want audience satisfaction, sometimes you have to kind of lean into some tropes a little bit. It doesn't have to be too tropey. I want to upgrade Shadow Eye at some point. Hopefully I'll remember that next time. But yeah, I mean, if you follow the structure, an audience will respond better to that than if you're just trying to throw dirt in their face. So when you have a story that's actually, you know, more predictable, there's ways you can fuck it up a little bit, but you still have to consider the audience. And, in a case like this, like giving you a little time to decompress and unwind and, go through this kind of a icy area feels a little... It feels right. But I do feel that gut punch is gonna just get worse. And I welcome it. Fuck. Oh, okay, good.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Ricky like fighting easy monsters.
Me too, Ricky. But yeah, predictable's fine as long as it's done well. Look at fucking Dragon Quest XI. If any of you have played that, it's a game that does a lot of the stuff that we've seen. It has some unique characters and situations, and I think it does it pretty well, but it's more or less just where it just goes where it goes pretty naturally. Doesn't feel too forced. You know, the characters are what makes that game work so well. Then you have a game like Chrono Trigger, which is like I don't know, that game's a miracle. The fact that it's a time travel story that works as well as it does, and still manages to remain fairly simple, and develop the characters in such a brilliant way. I don't even know how that fucking game works as well as it does. And the pacing is so good. And yet, when you really sum it up, like, sure, there's some twists, there's some stuff that happens along the way, but it's more about, like, character growth and development, and then fighting the thing that is going to change the world. It's the hero's journey. Joseph Campbell's structure of, like, you know, the hero starts in one world, then the world completely changes. There's the call to adventure, etc., etc. Lucas did it with Star Wars. Chrono is Luke. Less talkative, but still.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Victory to Ricky!
Nah, mate. I'm good. The fuck? Oh, so it looks like we will be ending this stream, this chatless stream, with a fight. Also, the one argument I've seen for Game of Thrones, I'm going to spoil Game of Thrones here. I don't know why I'm rambling about this, but just no audience. I'm just riffing, just thinking about stuff. Why not, right? Oh god. Can we even? No, we can't. Oh, waste of a fucking... I could have done that. Screwed up.
Ricky want to be even stronger!
Done back! You're all we can...
Nope.
Make a run for it!
Nope, 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 leave. Nope. No pawn. Spoiler for Game of Thrones. Not really a big spoiler. It's just Jaime Lannister's character arc. That's what we're going to talk about for 1 second. Okay, if you don't want any spoilers for Jaime Lannister, who is one of my favorite characters in the books, I'll just give you an overview of his character arc. Mute for 1 minute. Jaime Lannister starts out an unlikable Prince Charming asshole. You know, bums his sister. So there's incest, which is weird. And then it turns into, you know, he does something shitty to Bran in the first episode, first book. He throws Bran off a fucking roof because he doesn't want to be caught. So he's a jerk. And then when there's the Lannister, you know, thing, there's the aggression with the Starks and the Lannisters, Jaime's even more unlikable because he's leading the army. Gets captured, gets his hand cut off, gets humiliated, humbled. Him and Brienne become friends. He starts becoming more sympathetic, and he explains himself, why he was called the Kingslayer. It makes sense. Lots of events occur, and he tries to do the right thing. And you realize that he's not all a bad guy, he's just under the spell of his sister, partially. Grew up kind of fucked up, partially. Was given everything, and then was hated for trying to save the kingdom by killing the king. So he's called the Kingslayer, but he saved a lot of people from burning to death. So anyway, his character arc, by the time you're in the book and you're at the end, you really start to like the guy because you're in his head, you read, and you're like, okay, Jaime, just get away from your sister. Get away from the Lannisters and just be your own man. And he starts to do that. And in the show, it happens a lot later. But then, in the show, spoilers are still happening, Jaime just goes back to who he was. He just goes back to who he was. Goes back to his sister, continues to stay the asshole, and that's it. I'm gonna save here and stop in a second. So, it's not... And then, like, people were really disappointed by this. It's like, wait, how many seasons do we watch? 7 seasons of Jaime Lannister's, like, character redemption? Only to go back and say he didn't give a fuck about the people of King's Landing, the people that he saved, that he, like, tarnished his entire life and reputation to save? Oh, there it is. Wow. Looks cool. I'll save at it. It was so unsatisfying. The argument I've seen about Jaime Lannister is, well, it's realistic. Some people don't change. Yeah, I mean, the goal is to grow as a person, and when you set it up for 7 seasons, you hope that it sticks. It's not always the case that it sticks in real life. That's true. Real life is not a story and is sometimes very disappointing and ends in tragedy. But one of the reasons we're so attracted and drawn to stories is to feel a little bit better sometimes and to escape from what makes life difficult. Not always, but sometimes. And when you have an ending as fucked up as the ending of that show, it was just a big fucking downer. So I'm okay with a more traditional story structure with some bittersweet moments, some melancholy. Hell, even Jaime Lannister could have been... Shulk looks like Jaime Lannister. A young Jaime Lannister. Jaime Lannister could have had that redemption arc sullied in some way, but it was so poorly written that it just was like, what? This is... what? So, predictable is okay, as long as you do it well and unique to your voice, and as long as you do it in an interesting way. And unpredictable can be done well too. Finding a nice balance between that Joseph Campbell character arc, the journey, the 3-act structure, and then bringing that back around to something that's a little bit unpredictable. striking a nice balance. It's got to be tough. I'm not a writer. I wouldn't know. But that's what I like. And I think this game is doing that. And I really like it so far. I think the story has been very interesting. It's a good mix of both, you know, familiar and unfamiliar. And that's really what I was trying to say with all of this. Thank you for suffering my big brain, high IQ, whatever the fuck this was. But, I don't know, I like to talk about these things. It's fun. It's commentary. And I got a little energy back as I was streaming. But, or non-streaming. But yeah, I'm good for now. I'll come back to this at some point. I'll probably play on my own. If anyone knows where a good chapter is to next stream without it being a spoiler, let me know. But I'm gonna try to play some of this on my own if I can. Anyway, until next time, thank you everybody for watching, listening. You were right. Prison Island was a trip. I'll remember that. I don't know if this is gonna be an easy game to keep up with. It's been tough already just because other games and the way I play and just me. But I can't deny its greatness so far. So good night, goodbye, good day, whatever. And I'll see you when I see you. Take care, everybody. And stay chatless. If you want.